Logan, it's the new film from James Mangold. Is it worth your time? Let's find out. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Captain Vitus Show, and welcome to that review that I really should have done on Friday, but you know, as so happens, I accidentally got down with the sickness and decided to drink a bottle of Dayquil, 2 bottles of Dayquil, and watch Shrek instead. But now I'm here, now I'm ready, let's talk about Logan, everyone! Yeah! Yeah, I got the fake claws. Does this mean I can be part of the meme now? Can I be part of the meme now? Y'all don't even have to do any work. I'll be part of the meme myself. I'll do it myself. Oh yeah, okay, I'll just put me right there. I'll put me right there. I'll just put me right over Ryan Jacob. Oh yeah, I'm part of the meme. I'm part of the original YouTube.com. So Logan is of course the third and final installment into Hugh Jackman's Wolverine solo movie trilogy, and also the last time we'll see him playing this lead character, which, saying it right now just kind of hurts my heart a bit. In fact, it hurts it a lot. And basically in this one, we're taken to the very distant future of 2029, a very sad and bleak and depressing future where practically all of the mutants have already died off. It's just kind of Logan and Professor X, and they're just chilling, waiting to die in some desert in Mexico. The two of them aren't doing great. Professor X, he's all like old and senile now. Logan, he's not healing as well. His claws aren't coming out. They're sick, they're dying, they're just waiting to die when all of a sudden, oh, look at this! This little girl shows up, and Professor X is all like, we must help her, Logan, we must bring her to a place. And Logan's like, but why should I do that? Because I'm mean and brooding. And she's all like, oh. So then Logan's all like, oh, I get it, she's just a tiny mini girl me. Okay, then I guess I need to help her get to this place and run away from the bad guys and whatnot, and have a really cool finale to this character. And as far as my hype for this movie goes, I was about as equally as excited for it as I was dreading it. Just in the fact, I was excited for it because I love one of the Wolverine movies, and I love Wolverine as a character, and I love Hugh Jackman's incarnation of this character, but I also wasn't so excited because I love Wolverine and I love Hugh Jackman's incarnation of this character, and I wasn't ready to let him go. I'm not gonna let him go. I'm on record as saying, you know what? Of all these superhero movies we got, of all these superhero performances we've got, no one has impressed me the way Hugh Jackman has with his portrayal of Wolverine for the past 17 years, and I was just like, I don't want to see him go. I don't want to see that end. But it did, and you know what? If anything, we went out on top. I'll come right out and say it. Logan is the Wolverine movie I have waited my entire life to see. It's that brutal, gritty, above all, violent Wolverine story we have waited for so long for. We've waited to see him cut people open and do all the things, and we finally have it. And not only that, it's also one of the most revolutionary comic book movies I have seen ever. And now what do you mean by that, Ash? How is it revolutionary? Do they talk about the Revolutionary War? Well, that was my first question, but no, they don't. The reason I say that is because this is so different from any superhero film I have ever seen in the fact it's really not treated as a superhero film. Like, this is honestly a breath of fresh air into the genre because, look, I love the genre, you love the genre, we all go see these movies, we have on our most anticipated list, we get excited for them. But I think we can all really sit together and honestly say they've become formulaic. It's just like bad guy, good guy, big hole in the sky that's dropping aliens, we gotta stop it. It happens every year, like numerous times a year. In this movie, instead comes out and goes, we're not gonna tell that formulaic superhero movie. No, we're gonna go ahead and take the freedom we have from this R rating that we have so brilliantly acquired, and we're going to use it not only to make, you know, cool action scenes that I'll hit on later, but also to tell an actual deep and compelling story. And that's really what makes Logan a unique take on the superhero genre, is the fact this isn't a movie that's driven by moments and spectacle. It's a movie that is completely and utterly driven by character alone. And with that, we are able to go into these characters that we've known for so long and go much deeper into them, get into the meat of these characters and see them broken down and beaten and battered to give you this emotional story that's gritty, but not for the sake of being edgy and R-rated. It's gritty for the sake of giving you an actual emotional response to it. This is that kind of movie where by the time you walk out of it, you feel like you just saw like the best Western of the year and it just touched your heart in so many ways, and you sit there and go, I wish more superhero movies could be like this, where they take chances. They don't go the same route as every other one. Instead, they go out of their way to get an emotional response out of you, to make you actually feel something for these characters and their plights and everything they do. And when you're talking character, you really need to talk about the performances that are put into this movie. I'll start with Hugh Jackman, considering this is his final go into the role of Wolverine, and you know what? It is his best by far, because this is without a doubt the most emotional Wolverine performance we have ever seen, because this is a Wolverine that is broken down like never before. We've seen depressed Wolverine, we've seen angry Wolverine, we've seen berserker Wolverine, but we have never seen something of this nature where this is a sick Wolverine. This is one where he's not doing so good. Once again, his claws aren't working as well. He's not healing as fast as possible. He's dying and he kind of wants to, and Hugh Jackman is able to get into that and make you feel this immense emotion for this character, while at the same time he's able to make him such a dick that you kind of hate him at times and all this. But it just gives him such an arc, and it gives him such powerful emotion that I've never even felt for Wolverine, given he's like my favorite cinematic superhero. So when you see him in this movie, it all comes full circle, and you really appreciate all the work and effort that was put into him. And somehow, that being said, he's not even the best performance of the movie, because I'm going to go as far as to say this. Patrick Stewart's role as Professor X in this movie is Oscar-worthy, and I 100% mean that, because look, we've seen Patrick Stewart doing this for just as long as we've seen Hugh Jackman doing it, but this is an entirely different take on the character, because we always see Professor X as that calm and wise person. You know, you're sitting there in the court, you're kicking a rock, you're like, oh man, everything sucks, and he'll show up, he'll tell you some life quote, and you'll be like, thanks Professor X, you're so chill. Yeah, not in this movie. In this movie, he is a straight up geriatric patient. He's going crazy, he's old, he's sick as well, so he's having like seizures, but unlike, normal people's seizures, he has the most dangerous mind in the world, so when he has a seizure, people feel it, it kind of blows things up and makes people go like, and all that stuff. And once you get into like the deepness of his character, you see he's also broken down like Logan. He's had a tragic past, he's had things happen in between the last X-Men movie and this one that have broken him down as a character, made him a vile old man. He went from being the wise old Professor X dude to like, get off my lawn guy sitting on his porch. He became Clint Eastwood. You know, if Clint Eastwood was British and you still kind of wanted to hug him all the time. And on top of our returning characters, we have a new one here upon the introduction of X-23, who is little girl Wolverine, and I wasn't sure about her going in. I don't read the X-Men comics, I don't know, and I'll just say this. X-23 is badass. I love this character. She's just little girl Wolverine, but she is every bit as badass as Wolverine. She's like mute through half the movie, and yet this actress is still able to give this beautiful emotional performance just as everyone else is in the movie. You get behind her, you get behind her plights as well. She has her tragic anime backstory in Fox. You would be crazy not to go further with this character in future movies. Make her the face of the X-Men, sell those 2 claws, just do all the things. And now I mentioned how that R rating is able to truly give this movie the freedom to actually tell a deep and compelling story and all of that good stuff too. But it's also able to give us that one thing that we wanted the entire time, which is that R-rated violence. How is that, Ash? Oh my god. Yeah, to say this movie earns its R rating would be an absolute understatement. The violence in this movie, the action set pieces, are the best. They're the best. They are amazing. They are everything I hoped they could be ever since I first saw Wolverine as a kid and went, I wish I could see him gut someone and then behead that guy and then do all these things and blood would go everywhere. Look. This is that kind of movie you go into it. If you're like me and you're like, oh hey, I'm just your everyday average normal guy. I like me some deep storytelling and some thrilling gore. Guess what? You got it here. You finally get to see Wolverine tear people apart, and I hope it does it forever. So, in the end, Logan is absolutely excellent. This movie has not left my head since I've seen it. I truly do love it that much, just because it is so different. It has that R rating, which gives it that freedom to be different. It gives it that freedom to be mature. This is not your son's X-Men movie. This is that movie your old dad could sit down and watch and be like, haha, he's dressed as Johnny Cash. Cool, and do all the things. I gotta tell you, after seeing Logan, this movie is incredible. You all need to see it, and I think who really needs to see it are these people making these superhero movies, because this is different and unique in a way that I think the genre needs to take notice of. If we can get more movies like Logan, then we fucking win. We fucking win. Give movies the freedom to be movies. Rock on. Oh yeah, and like, you know, day one Blu-ray Steelbook buy. Like, no shit, I can't wait to see this movie again. I hope it comes with special features like, you know, claws. So all of us YouTubers don't need to use like just shitty kitchen knives that have been up here since Friday because I haven't left the room, and Logan gets an A out of 10. Hey everybody, thank you so very much for watching my video review for Logan. I want to hear what you think. Have you seen the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you going to see it? Are you going to skip it? What are your thoughts? Leave in the comment section below, because I want to hear them. As always, guys, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, be sure to follow me on all my social medias and join us on Facebook. Most importantly, stay classy. That's it. That's it. I'm done. We're taking the hat off. Look at this disfigurement.